DAZN.
DAZN is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
This fight has lived up to expectations.
Good. Finds the cup. He's walking it, he's looking, he's begging, and it worked.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win! Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
It's their time. A night to remember.
That is unstoppable. By Tana Bonmati, the world's best player. That's a superb goal. Matchday on the turn. She's amazing. What a finish.
And the cat's got the cream. Does the hunger die, or does the hunt for the next victim intensify? But tread carefully now, for an injured wolf is at its most lethal.
Don't write me off. Do not write me off. It's just another name on my record. World title next. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Stand on business.
Stand on business. Live on DAZN.
Let's fight harder, unless we want to quit. What a player! What a moment! Oh, what a strike! On for the extra point. Big room and a touchdown! Zingano!
I am on the edge of my seat for this one.
One of the best fights that can be made at 140 pounds.
Good evening and welcome to DAZN, the global home of women's football. This is the first game of Matchday 3 in the newly named Arkema Premier League, the top league in France. Paris Saint-Germain are the hosts coming into this match, having won their first 2 league games of the season. In contrast, the visitors, Havre, have lost their first 2 matches, but after a slim defeat to Nantes, their most recent result was an 8-0 loss at Paris FC. PSG making just 1 change from the team that started the league win against Guingamp, and it's a first league start for Anguissa Diarra, with Havre dropping to the bench. No Mary Earps, the England goalkeeper, not even on the bench for the hosts this evening. The captains in conversation with the referee to confirm which ends both of these sides will start from. Le Havre making 3 changes from that 8-0 loss at Paris FC. Eloise Monsuy comes into the defence, also starts for Madeleine Roth and Michaela Cardier up front. Edan Deji will be playing against her parent club and her sister Jade Logi this evening. Well, this will certainly be a tough match for Le Havre following that big defeat against Paris FC, and also in the knowledge that Paris Saint-Germain might be a bit more determined to do well in the league this season, having failed to make it to the group stages of the Champions League this campaign. This is the 3rd home game in a row for Paris Saint-Germain in all competitions. They followed up their 2-1 defeat against Juventus in their 2nd leg of that Champions League qualifier, the Italian side going through to the group stages. But they followed that up with a 4-0 league win against Guingamp. They've gone 12 home games in the league unbeaten. Le Havre are still waiting for their first point and their first goal of the season after their first 2 games. Referee and her assistants just making sure that everything is in order before we get things underway. They've got themselves ready just slightly too early for the kickoff, which is probably about a minute away now. So the players keeping themselves warm here at the PSG training centre. Diarra, the Mali international, the change for PSG, who are the sides wearing navy blue this evening. The Le Havre team are in white. As we just wait to get this game underway. A PSG side who have played 1-2 already this season. A Le Havre team who come into this game following a very big loss against Paris FC. They have done some soul searching since that fixture in preparation for this match. Spoken about the positives to be taken out of that big loss that they hope will have allowed them to go into this game without fear of a similar result. This, though, a real opportunity for Le Havre. A mistake by PSG at the back, and, well, it comes back out, and I think Cardia may well have been offside as the ball forwards found her. In fact, Roth, the player who got the contact, but an error at the back by Kijinek allowed Le Havre to go on the attack. Forward from the PSG goalkeeper. Now into the Le Havre half. Monsuit with the pass back to Lichtfuss, who is the new goalkeeper for the visitors this season. One of the new goalkeepers, the Belgian international. She may expect to be busy here this evening. De Almeida. Le J.
Merci, merci Hugo.
Path for Paris Saint-Germain blocked on that left wing. Drops into Guiaro. Now Kashawi. Spread out to Lagui. Good touch from Diarra. First league start for her. Now lifted forwards. A vital block by Le Havre on the edge of their penalty area. Expectation will be that Paris Saint-Germain will be even more determined in the league and in the domestic cups, having not managed to make it to the group stages of the Champions League this season, having been Champions League semi-finalists last season. Not unprecedented. Last season, Paris FC beat both Arsenal and Wolfsburg in the qualification stages of the Champions League. So two semi-finalists who failed to make it to the group stages last season. De Almeida comes back to her. Now with Lagui. Trying to thread it forward to Diarra. Played in Morocco last season, the Paris Saint-Germain number 25. 29 goals last season in the league for her, so clearly has been brought to Paris Saint-Germain for her goal scoring. PSG having lost, among other players in the summer, Chawinga, who was on loan, and Sandy Baltimore, who has moved to Chelsea. Two of the players no longer at Paris Saint-Germain. Pass finds Jad Lagui. It's with Diarra. Tries to cut in, but there's a couple of Le Havre players to deal with. I think Silke De Mea might well have made sure that it went out off Diarra for a throw-in for Le Havre. Logi throw. Out for another throw-in for the home side. De Almeida. It's read by Zamora. Logi again. Pass to Diarra on the overlap. Keeps the ball in play. Wins her side the first corner of the evening. So first corner will be to Paris Saint-Germain. With a set piece to defend. Able to do that, headed only as far as the edge of the penalty area. The shot is blocked and there's a PSG player down. Referee allowing play to continue, but she's remained down, and now eventually the referee does blow a whistle to come and check on the player. The shot that might well have bounced back towards her. Possibly it was her face. But the the medical staff on just to check on her, and well, it's her right leg that's being checked on, and perhaps as she was going for the shot there, the block by Cardia may well have made contact with the Le Havre player, Diarra, and seems to be in a little bit of discomfort. Certainly the medical staff quickly on to check on her. It allows the other players to have a bit of a discussion. Fabrice Abriel in charge of PSG. Maxime de Laberto is the Le Havre head coach. Well, Diarra has recovered, which is good news, and so having halted play to check on the condition of the Paris Saint-Germain player, a drop ball to get the game back underway. Louis Gilbert. De Almeida quickly flicked out. This may be a chance for a cross. Slaloming from Kashawi, comes out and forces a save from Lichtfuss. Effort from 18 yards, maybe, well, 19 or so yards out. And a first save. It's Diarra, the player who was down a few moments ago, receiving treatment, who gets these shots on target. Leads to a second corner for PSG. I think Le Havre may need to keep an eye on Diarra. I thought that was going to drop to her, actually. She seemed like she was in a fair bit of space for any delivery. She did get a touch, but to turn it back to Zamora in the Paris Saint-Germain defence. Now it's Le Havre on a break. Played forward. Appeals for offsides. But as Kaz continues her run and continues the move, she was offside as the ball found the back of the net. No goals so far this season for Le Havre. Started with a very slim defeat, just the one goal in it in their home loss against Nantes, but then conceding 8 in their last league fixture. So 9 goals conceded, waiting to get their first goal of this new season. Foul leads to a free kick for the home side, for the visitors. Stivenut can't keep the ball in play. Katarzyna Kijinek will take the goal kick. Returned to PSG last season after 3 seasons at Wolfsburg, the Polish goalkeeper. We will expect competition for her position, with Mary Earps joining Paris Saint-Germain from Manchester United in the summer, the England #1. Kashawi is fouled this time. She will take the free kick. Gayoro with the foul. Helps Cans back to her feet. Lav keen to take the free kick quickly. Touch from Alberts. Lav, though, win it back. Ardea tries to lift it forwards. They try to break quickly, Lav. They know they're not going to have a huge amount of time to attack the Paris Saint-Germain goal before they're shut down, but a counter-attack, the quick move forward, the long ball is what they have tried several times already. Tipped out by Katoto. Diarra sees her shot blocked, comes back out to Diarra, finds ahead. Katoto right in front of the Lav goalkeeper. The whistle for the foul by the Paris Saint-Germain #9. Already a goal this season in the away win against Montpellier. 12 last season in the league for Katoto. Pressure on again, it'll back heel. Shawi was there, comes back to Corbin Albert's shots. Another save made by the Lav goalkeeper. This time, the American who's on target. She's also already scored this season. 2 wins for Paris Saint-Germain. A 3-1 victory at Montpellier. Before that, 4-0 home win against Guingamp. Pass in fields, watched by Albert to Zamora. Now back with Albert on halfway. Clearance comes to Katoto. Gayora turns. The Havre have possession briefly. Shut down by PSG on halfway. Diarra trying to put a cross in, having gone to that left wing. Zamora, who's up from defence. Katoto. Still with Katoto. Short pass back. Little 1-2. Chance at the near post. Another save had to be made by Lichtwas. Another corner for Paris Saint-Germain. Our goalkeeper looks for options in front of her. Has already made save from Diarra, from Albert and from Katoto in the first 70 minutes of this game. To Albert. Pass to Kashoui is blocked. Havre take it into the PSG half, but no players in white shirts up there. They're having to do lots of defending at the moment. Turned by Cardia. Of forwards trying to make sure they stay on side. Well, speaking in the press conference, Lisa Lichtwas, the Havre goalkeeper, about the 8-0 defeats to Paris FC. She said they abandoned their game plan, really. They collapsed after conceding the first goal, and that will have been something that they had looked at to make sure that they don't do again. The head coach talking about the fact that maybe they didn't have the skill or the technique in that match to take their chances, but that's something that they've been working on in training. So that they are all still pushing in the same direction, and that is very positive despite that big loss. With Ligue, Zamora. Low cross in from Ligue. The referee wants this set piece taken from the right position. We are in early October now, so everybody watching, I think, has made sure that they've covered up well. PSG happy to keep possession. Skip into the Havre half. Another of the new additions for Paris Saint-Germain, a player who hasn't seen a huge amount of the ball so far. Rame Lukta this evening, the number 17, formerly at Ajax. Already scored in the league and in the Champions League for her new side, but not to keep them in the top European competition. It did take until the second half for Paris Saint-Germain to score all of their goals in their last home league game against Guingamp. Lukta with 2 in that game, first in the 51st minute. Roth back helping out defensively. Jadlugui. Pass finds at Le Havre heads. Now with Katz. Goes out off Paris Saint-Germain touch. Now with Zamora, some skill from her. Kashawi. Kashawi looks up. The header away. Looked like it was close to dropping to a player in navy blue. Well, the possession statistics would most certainly be in the home side's favour at the moment. And they're largely keeping it in the opponent's half of the pitch. Comes in field, just drops away from Gayoro. Katoto can't quite control it either. That allows the Havre to get the ball away. Just over 20 minutes left to play of the first half here at the PSG training centre. And from Lugui finds a head, and well, Lukta was being kept an eye on by the Havre defence. They will know the threat that she poses. They will all know the threat that this side pose. Their head coach talking about the quality of the team they're up against this evening, about the competitiveness of this PSG side. As one of several players to try and bring down Jadlugui, manages to do so in the end. Now with Kashawi. Zamora. Look, he gets on the end of her own pass to play the ball into the 6-yard box. And that kind of skill is exactly why it took 1, 2, 3 Le Havre players to take her off balance. Katoto. Pass into Geora. Good interception. Now with Cardia. Katz. Pass forward, picked up by Katoto. Drop back to Geora. Several saves to make already from the Le Havre goalkeeper, but plenty of times there seems to be a white shirt in the right place. They're keeping an eye on the home side. Trying to prevent too many opportunities. Comes away to Zamora. So much of the first 29 minutes of this game being played inside the Le Havre half of the pitch, as they thread it forward again. Away from Katoto. Albert is there. Luigi in space. Now to Zamora. De Almeida to the central defender. Every PSG player getting a touch. Forward from Albert to Katoto. Zamora, who's a right winger at the moment. Kashawi. Cross in the end is cleared. Now with Kashawi. Diarra offers an option. Ball comes back instead. Now with Albert. Forward to Katoto. Back to Albert. Another important clearance from the visiting defence. Being stubborn at the moment. Back onto the pitch. to Gayoro. Zamora. Katoto. Back heel from one PSG player, hoping to find another. The block is by Isabelle Say, the Canadian right back for Le Havre. PSG being somewhat frustrated at the moment for all the possession that they're having. Haven't had an opportunity in a while. Havre try and take their opportunity. Down the duck. Takes the ball away from Anjouat. Well, speaking ahead of this game, Le Havre were saying that they know that Paris Saint-Germain like to attack, like to go forward, and they were hoping to take advantage of that fact. Here, though, while they're on the attack, they leave space at the other end for Katoto. Katoto still going. 5 Le Havre players around her, her other teammates not quick enough to support her. Just over 10 minutes before the break. Albert Long. Lukhtar will keep the ball in play. Playing the ball from right to left. Wide from De Almeida. Now an opportunity to play the ball into the penalty area. Again, that defence stands firm. It's Say with the clearance. Just getting it as far away from the Le Havre goal as possible. Katarzyna Kidjanek has largely been an observer in this first half so far. Philippe ball in from Logie. Kashawi. Olimbi Gilbert, she has players to her left and to her right. Has she won her side a corner? Well, that was the pass from Lukhtar that found Katoto. corner comes in. Bounced off one head, and then it's clipped in. And it's Elisa De Almeida who opens the scoring. It's a defender that gives Paris Saint-Germain their first goal of the game. Came from a corner. She was there to hook it in at the far post. And it's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Le Havre 0. Well, it flicked off possibly the head of Kototo. She stretched out her right leg to clip it over the Le Havre goalkeeper. And De Almeida gives Paris Saint-Germain the lead. Signed a new 3-year contract in the summer. The central defender said that she couldn't see herself wearing anything other than a PSG shirt. So just under 10 minutes before half-time, it is the home side who have taken the lead. Several bursts of the whistle by the referee. I think wants to have a word with Christy Gavori. Rare territory this for Le Havre in this first half. Both head coaches look on. Brice Abriel, previously head coach at Fleury, for joining Paris Saint-Germain. The previous PSG head coach, now in charge at London City Lionesses in the English Championship. Albert able to take the ball away from Stevenart, and strangely, having scored that goal, Paris Saint-Germain, since then, Le Havre have had a bit more of the ball and have had it in their attacking thirds. Hoping for a response, perhaps an equaliser before half-time. Just a reminder, they have not scored in the league yet this season. Just 2 games, obviously, have been played, but now they're trying to do something here. And it's a ball that Kijinek can deal with quite easily. Zamora turns it back to Kijinek, who turns it forward to the defender. Sliding in goes Gavori. Referee, I think, going across to speak to the coach. Wants to just have a conversation. With Maxime Di Laberto. Now with Katoto. The PSG goal scorer, I'll say, not going to attempt another one from there, instead does give it back to her goalkeeper. Now Paris Saint-Germain going to tick the clock down to half-time with a 1-goal lead. Alberts. Kashawi. A turn from Katoto into Kashawi inside the box. It'll cut back. Comes back to Albert, but I think two players have made contact with each other. One in trying to take the shot, one in trying to block it. And Katoto is the player who's down, and it was a yellow card produced by the referee. She's got the yellow card in her hands as she checks on the condition of Katoto, and it is her who gets the booking. Kashawi cutting it back to Katoto, who dropped down inside the 18-yard box. Gets a yellow card from the referee. We'll wait to see how much added time there'll be at the end of the first half. Expect there to be too much. A goal has been scored. A bit of a stoppage for some treatment to Diarra in this first 45. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes to be shown by the fourth official when the added time is announced. Forward from Havre. Headed back into midfield. Comes out to Ligue. So just a minute. So a minute of extra time. So that treatment and the goal that was scored, but just 1 more minute added on by the fourth official. Demayet forward to Katz, now with Katoto. Looked up, tried a back heel. Launched forwards. Now with Ligue. Anjoua with a little pull on the PSG player. And as the ball drops back to Kijinek, the referee says that will do for the first half. And it is Elisa De Almeida who has given Paris Saint-Germain a first half lead, a corner that ended up dropping to her to lift it over the Le Havre goalkeeper at the far post. And a Le Havre side who have yet to score a goal this season will know that their challenge will be tough. It's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Le Havre 0 at half-time.
Elisa, on imagine qu'il y a quand même pas mal de soulagement après ce but parce que c'était pas facile de manœuvrer cette équipe havraise.
Ouais, c'est pas facile. Après, on le savait qu'elles allaient jouer bloc resserré à 5 derrière. Donc,
The UEFA Women's Champions League is back. Here we go. Shot from Baines! What a strike that is!
What a player! What a moment!
By bringing the best players on the planet, it gets people more involved in the game. Ongeberg, Irina Sabalenka coming here to Saudi to play. 2 women going head-to-head in this arena, making history. And then you have Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. Be able to have the greatest of all time, the #1 player on the planet, against the guy who's #2 in the world, who's been the youngest ever world #1.
A love for the game of tennis makes me give my 100%.
I've been waiting for tennis to come to Saudi, and it's really exciting, especially for female. I think it is very important for us. Definitely, we'll give it all.
To have these greats in the game playing head-to-head is really special. You couldn't ask much more for this competition.
Is the power and the speed still there? Can he be the wrecking ball that he was once in his career?
Every fight has consequence. There is so much on the line.
It's the greatest fight card, I would say, in the history of the sport.
There's been a lot said about me meeting with Eddie Hearn for the first time.
2 top promoters in the UK have never even met.
This has been a coming together. This has been a light bulb moment.
10 boxers from the top 15. That's extraordinary.
It's the craziest card ever. It's not supposed to be this good. It was time for everybody to get together.
When you didn't think it could get any better, it gets better.
December 23rd changes the landscape and the course of every history. I know how to fight, and I'll fight to win.
Lyon, Arsenal, Barcelona. Oh, very clever. Wolfsburg, Frankfurt.
Bayern Munich.
No.
Do you know another one?
Yemea.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Wendy.
Ada.
Eugenie. Bob. Marta.
Oh.
I'm going way back.
That was
That's
my
like
2
4
chances.
chances.
No, 2.
Barcelona. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. I could keep going. Frankfurt. I want to say Wolfsburg. Arsenal.
It's my turn.
Oh,
I was
turn.
gonna say
okay.
Arsenal.
You're gonna say Arsenal.
Potsdam. Yeah?
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
Ada.
Rapino.
Alexis Putellas. All right.
Anthony Joshua tumbles him again! Unbelievable! Scenes at Wembley!
This is just the start. You go on and on, you feel this one day.
Imagine that.
I bet you can. I bet you can. We've all got hopes for you anyway.
That's what it's about. Thank you very much. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Don Franks, never failed to impress. Yeah. Right. Looking lively, yeah. You?
Mate.
Good man.
Everything right?
Well done.
This is what we
So
need, isn't
far,
it? This
yeah.
is everyone.
Really nice.
I know it's not your call, prize fighter. How you doing? You all right,
There
mate?
you go. Yeah.
You look a bit white. You okay? You feeling alright?
Ed, what time am I going to be rim walking?
6:25.
So I'm going to be in there about 6:30. Yeah.
Took a big right hand right there, came right back. That's the thing about Wilder. He's a reactive fighter. Anytime he hits something, he's going to try to get it right back. That could work against him with a slight fighter like Parker. You let your guard down for a second, and Wilder ends it. I love those 3 jabs right there. Up, down, up. That's exactly what's going to work to land the right hand.
Oh, that's the shot.
And Wilder's hurt.
He is hurt, and he's holding on right now. It's Parker, who said I'm going for the knockout, is certainly doing so here in the 8th round. Caught him again. Wilder swinging at ghosts right now.
Wilder's got to hold on here. The referee's close.
There's that big rainbow shot you've been asking for, Sergio.
This is great work from Parker. The legs are completely gone of Wilder.
What are some of the best times that you spent?
Yeah, so many amazing moments. I got a chance to see it all. You know, I played with, as I mentioned, the first team I played with in Sweden. We got relegated in that first season, so you learn how hard it is and what it takes to be playing at, you know, the highest level in Sweden. And then from there, I took another step and played with a better team in Sweden. So playing with good teams from Sweden, I went to Denmark and played with probably the best team in Scandinavia, and I got that chance to win trophies. We won 4 trophies in 4.5 years. So, you know, getting that taste of what it is to win a championship, it's a special feeling, you know, playing with big clubs, having, you know, the number of fans in the stadiums, and basically I was just taking, you know, the right steps. Climbing the ladders, exactly, and the whole journey for me was amazing.
1, 2, 3.
As-tu déjà eu mal quand tu as donné un coup de tête au ballon?
Oui, parce que ça dépend comment des fois on prend le ballon. On peut le prendre un peu trop haut et bah, ça fait mal un peu à la tête. Mais généralement quand je le frappe avec le front, non, il fait pas mal. C'est plutôt moi, je frappe le ballon, mais ça dépend comment on prend, où on prend, dans quelle zone on tape le ballon.
Ok. Est-ce que cela t'arrive de te lasser de gagner des trophées?
Alors là, pas du tout. Pas du tout. Et toi, est-ce que ça te lasse de manger du Nutella tous les matins?
Non.
Eh ben voilà. Eh ben c'est la même chose. Non, on est là, on travaille tous les jours pour ça. Donc non.
How can I make this the best week ever? All right, once I get through this week, all right, boom, now I've got that together. Now I'm able to do this. So I'm not like looking at Undisputed. I just analyze every small step first. So Undisputed is a goal far in the distance. But believe you me, when I arrive at Undisputed, I'm going to arrive like a king because I've achieved every small detail. I haven't skipped anything. So by the time I arrive at Undisputed, I should arrive there like a king. I tried it. Yeah, Magbada, you know, like that's our traditional way. Yeah. But like when I lost to Usyk the second time, that's what it hurt me so much because I chased the Undisputed, like that Road to Undisputed slogan. We chased that. I went round fighting individual champions and unifying the division, and it was just like it just got ripped away from me at the last minute. So now I've got to go through that process step by step again.
Nella Caldente. Trying to bomb Mati again. This time it's Vic who stops her. It'll come back to Walsh. And Barcelona go ahead. Did well to pull the ball back to the advancing Walsh.
Exciting for Matchday. What they've got defending to do now with Graham Hansen. And Aitana Bonmati to pick a spot. 3-0. And the third scored by the world's best player.
It's just about composure, and that's certainly what she's got. It's a terrific finish.
There's more pressure here coming from Aitana Bonmati. Aitana! It could only last so long. And the world's best player does it again.
Let's fight harder, unless we want to quit.
What a player! What a moment!
Oh, what a strike! On for the extra point. Big room and a touchdown!
Zingano!
I am on the edge of my seat for this one.
One of the best fights that can be made at 140 pounds.
Box there, and Cuthbert pulls the trigger.
That is unstoppable. Aitana Bonmati, the world's best player.
That's a superb goal!
Matchday on the turn!
She's amazing!
What a finish!
And the cat's got the cream. Does the hunger die, or does the hunt for the next victim intensify? But tread carefully now, for an injured wolf is at its most lethal.
Don't write me off. Do not write me off. It's just another name on my record. World title next. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Stand on business.
Stand on Business, live on DAZN.
So welcome back for the second half of Paris Saint-Germain against Le Havre. The home side just re-emerging, the goal scorer there, Elisa de Almeida, coming out. Her goal in the 36th minute, the defender clipping it in at the far post from a header, from a corner rather, that had been headed towards her. Means that the home side have a 1-goal lead. The team who are hoping to continue their 100% record at the start of this season against a Le Havre side who at the moment are heading towards a third successive defeat. They are the team in white. They are now also coming out. We'll see if there are any changes likely to be made by either manager at half-time, or if they may wait a little while longer before making any changes. PSG manager in conversation with Sakina Kashawi.
À droite, c'est elle qui va participer un peu plus, tu vas être là pour réguler son ressort et que voilà. Et puis à un moment donné, tu vois que tu vas faire la différence. Là, tu vas pouvoir avancer.
They might be 1-0 up, but sharing some observations before this second half gets underway about what he wants to see from her and her team in this second half. Really good home record for Paris Saint-Germain in the league, at least, if not in the Champions League. Of course, that recent home loss against Juventus, 2-1 at home, but unbeaten in 12 in the league and winning 11 of those matches. Just one draw during that time. Back to October of 2022 for the last time Paris Saint-Germain lost a home game. And it might not surprise you to learn that that was a 1-0 defeat to Lyon. Last words of encouragement before Le Havre get into their formation. And no changes made by either head coach before this second half gets underway. And it will be Larry Kans who will kick us off. So PSG 1, Le Havre 0 at half-time. The Paris Saint-Germain central defender with the goal for the home side. Paris Saint-Germain in their navy blue, Havre in white. They try to quickly break forwards. It's going to be another yellow card. Was for one of the Havre defenders, and perhaps an issue with her eye as well. Slightly unclear as to exactly who that yellow card was shown to and exactly why. But a Havre player into the book, and an early free kick in this second half for Kashawi to take. Demoyer. Delmadal makes sure it goes out for her throw-in. Quickly taken, looped in. Comes out for Kashawi to make contact. Bounces off the back of Kashawi, takes it away from Gavori in central midfield. Olimbi Gilbert, the 19-year-old, forward to Diarra. First start for her this evening. Diarra was the only change from PSG's last league game. Gayoro to Diarra, able to cut that back. Might be a chance for Katoto. The angle's getting tight. She does pull it back, but it's a Le Havre player who can clear it. And Isabeth Say is the player who's got the yellow card, and seeing that she'd raised her arm, so she was for handball. Something clearly seen by the referee. Took me a slow motion replay to pick up on. Lecter. Big kick to Havre, and this time it's Gayoro who touches the ball. PSG number 8 has been at the club her whole career. Diarra. She goes down with Say. Referee has allowed play to continue. Gayoro squared to Kashawi. Shot not quite there. And Gayoro drops down onto the pitch. Not sure if the two players who clash with each other have managed to get back to their feet. Nimbi Gelbert to the far post. Toto might bring it back down to Gayoro. Really awkward here now for Havre. Now a flag raised to halt play, but Katoto must have thought that she was going to get a second for Paris Saint-Germain early in this second half. Ooh, bounced all the way across the goal mouth to her at that far post. Player who missed so much football for club and country with a ruptured ACL, the Paris Saint-Germain number 9. There's a sadly familiar story in a women's game, the ACL injuries that many of these players pick up, and it does mean a loss of a year of football often. Oh, decent ball forward from them. That cross doesn't end up with a shot on target. But positive from the team waiting to pick up their first points of this new season. Their manager, watching on, had spoken about needing to be rewarded for their efforts. Not happy with something, and having been spoken to in the first half, he is now shown a yellow card by the referee. A head injury that needs to be dealt with, and so understandably medical assistance on quickly. I think this was a while ago. This was Say sliding in on Diarra. Both players had dropped down onto the pitch. That was in the build-up to that chance for Paris Saint-Germain about 3 or 4 moments ago. Still feeling the after effects of that collision. Isabeth Say. And will she be okay to continue, or will Havre have to make a change? It looks as if she is okay. Will the Havre head coach have to start thinking about substitutions? Still animated on the sidelines, or with Gayoro. Launched forward by Havre. Dale Madar. Back to Kijinek. couple of Havre players just getting each other's way. Say is back on. Good to continue. I think that was Roth and Cans who just got in each other's way there as that ball bounced between them. Now with Kashoui. Lugui, decent ball in. Very, very close to Lukta. Another save though by Lichtfuss. Pass from Kashoui, just quite as strong as she would have hoped, but Gayoro does get there. Back with Samora. Forward to Katoto. Chance for her already in this second half. Almost 10 minutes of the second half have elapsed. Still waiting for any goals to add to the one scored by the player who was just on the ball. Now there's a push by Roth. Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick, and there's another yellow card. Referee starting to be generous with the bookings. Forward from Albert. Lindy Gilbert decides to go for it, and denied by the gloves of the Le Havre goalkeeper. Another corner for PSG. That might have just been dipping under the crossbar, but for the fingertips of the Belgian in goal for Le Havre. Scored from a corner in the first half. This a corner 10 minutes into the second. Lukta was there. It's the Lugui in the Le Havre side who is proving stubborn at the moment. Does mean another corner. This one drops straight into the gloves of Lichtfuss, who's keen to release Kaz. Little slip by Diarra, quick recovery from her, and she's on the ball now. Kashoui. Delmada. Zamora. Forward from Albert. Well, the statistics for the first half were fairly telling, although it has only led to a goal so far for PSG, but they had about 75% of the possession. They continue to see more of the ball in this second half. Too far away from the hour here. Kashoui. Forward from Lugui. Goes on the overlook to get the ball back. The cross collected, threaded out quickly by Le Havre goalkeeper. Wants to put her team on the attack as quickly as possible. Comes back to her though. Now out from Gavori. Forward from Say. Cross halfway and Love are on the attack. Stevenard is asking for it, but not allowed to put in the cross. Michele Cardia. Albert gets the shout to turn it back to a goalkeeper. Putting up a fight here, Le Havre. Shepherded back to Kijinek. New name for the league this season, Arkema Premier League. Top league in French women's football is now called. Ball forward to Kashawi. Say now under pressure from Lukta. Of this, well, trying to set up something. Roth with an effort that's blocked. It's going to be a corner for the visitors, and will these changes be made before the corner is taken? Looks as if Roth might be one of the players who is coming off. So that one of the changes being made. Mendy coming on in her place. So that one of the changes that's being made. And the second substitution just being confirmed. And Cardia also makes way. Chancel Effa, the other player who comes off the bench. First thing they'll try and do is attack this corner. Skims off a Le Havre head. Goes out off Monsuit. Must have gone out off Kashawi. Another corner. This time on the other side of the Paris Saint-Germain goal. Gavori. It's an outswinger. Still the danger. Paris Saint-Germain are having to do lots and lots of defending at the moment with Katz. Pass collected by De Almeida. Now forward for PSG to break. Lukta, two Le Havre players around her. Make sure it goes out for... Well, I thought that might have gone out for a corner. I think she thought that too, the Dutch international. But this, the opportunity, and it was Say who was up there. Ends up dropping down. With the block from De Almeida. PSG not having it all their way might feel that they need to score a second goal soon to feel a bit more comfortable in this game. Diarra, Limby Gilbert, bounces away to Guerrero, and they do get their second of the game. Guerrero square on the Le Havre goal, makes it Paris Saint-Germain 2, Le Havre 0. Well, just as I was saying that they would be aware that a second goal would make them feel more comfortable, the cross cleared only as far as Gras Guerrero. And the home side now with a 2-goal lead. I'm sure he's happier than he looks. The head coach of the home side. Maybe that intense observation. After that little bit of pressure from Le Havre, PSG extending their leads. That the 11th goal conceded by the visitors this season. And waiting to score their first league goal. Did score 33 goals in the league last season, conceded 49, finished in 8th place last season. Le Havre. Kashaoui, still with Kashaoui, forward to Diarra. Diarra! Oh, it bounces away off the post. Well, that looked like it was just about going to go in. But denied by the post, Diarra. Now a chance maybe for another opportunity. This time it's back to Kashaoui. Lukhtar with a turn into the roof of the nets. And it's a third for Paris Saint-Germain. And it's her third goal of this league season. Rome Lukhtar to make it PSG 3, Le Havre 0. Kashaoui with the ball that was headed down, and a little spin from Lukhtar before striking into the roof of the nets. It was Ajax's all-time goal scorer, 87 goals in 98 games for Ajax, before making the move here to PSG for the start of this season. A couple of quick goals then for Paris Saint-Germain to give them a more comfortable lead here. Little pass from Kashaoui. backhands is somewhat on her own, and Albert quickly wins the ball back for the home side. Loki to Samora. Well, I think Paris Saint-Germain may be preparing to make a couple of changes of their own. Looks like there's a little bit of movement in the dugouts. The coach may feel that the job is now done. Short to Katoto. Comes back to Katoto again. Running out of pitch. And awarded a free kick. Gavori just keeping up with her and taking her down. That results a free kick. Shgeoro will take. Already 3-0 up, 20 minutes left to play. Need to see where this free kick will go. Being allowed to be taken just yet. And in fact, I think the substitutions might be made before the free kick is taken. So a few changes being made. Jackie Groenen coming on for Diarra. One of the changes. And Lukta also coming off. So having scored that goal, her evening is done. And she comes off, and Fazeur comes on. Now a free kick can be taken. Expecting it to be lifted in, instead it was played short to Kashawi. De Almeida. Calmness from her. Well, Paris Saint-Germain with a very good record against Le Havre, unbeaten in their last 6 top-flight matches against this evening's opponents. They've won 4 of those and drawn 2. And they've now outscored them by 20 goals to 4 over almost 7 league meetings between the two sides. Katoto's asking for it. She now races up the pitch. Will she have to go alone? Will she get support? Still with Katoto. Loses the ball. Groenen. It's her first touch since coming on. Elimbi Gilbert. Fazeur. A young French international. Fazeur. Elimbi Gilbert. Albert can turn it back to Kijinek. More games to come tomorrow. This, of course, a Friday evening fixture in the Arkema Premier League, but all the other teams playing tomorrow. So having played 3 games, so one more than any of the other sides, PSG will finish this evening top of the table. Fazeur to Alimbi Gilbert. Comes back out to Gayora. Fazor finds Groinen. I feel like Paris Saint-Germain have decided that the goal scoring isn't over yet. Scored 4 against Guingamp. 3-0 leads here at the moment as the pass from Dalmadar is just too strong. Paris FC and Lyon also still with 100% records in the league so far this season. Saint-Etienne as well have won their first 2 fixtures of the new league. Paris FC, though, scored 14 goals already this season and have yet to concede a goal. They are playing Saint-Etienne tomorrow. So 2 teams with 2 wins so far. Something will have to give between those 2 sides. Lyon hosting Montpellier in the late kickoff tomorrow. Forward from Gayora. Groinen. Back to Gayora. Goal scorer of the second. Gives it to De Almeida, who got the scoring underway for Paris Saint-Germain in the 36th minute with Fazeur. And another yellow card produced by the referee. And Silke De Meyer is booked for that challenge. Free kick to Paris Saint-Germain. Well, there had been a conversation between the free kick taker and her teammates before that set piece was taken, but doesn't lead to anything in the end. Little turn to find Katoto. Katoto with Say, and Say does well to keep up with her at the expense of another corner. Vazura is waiting short. Corner isn't a great one. Kashoui tried to make the most of it. De Almeida. Zaglava preparing to make another change. Another player just keeping herself warm on the sidelines. They may fear, they probably realistically suspect, though, that this match has been lost already. Or with Fazur. And with the ball out of play, is this the chance for another change to be made? And it's Loïc Kaz who is going to be coming off. Changes made by PSG as well. Louise Klezewski comes on for Le Havre. And two changes made by Paris Saint-Germain. Eva Gaetino comes on. And Logie replaced by Dudek. So a couple of defenders being brought on by Paris Saint-Germain just to see this game out. Alina Dudek and Eva Gaetino. The American who scored on her Champions League debut for Paris Saint-Germain last season, that win against Herken. Defending to do almost immediately for the new additions. Corner that comes in. Shot that Anjouard believes went out for another corner. Another out swinger. Clips away off Le Havre head. And is just taken as far away as possible. Well, the head coach for Le Havre, as much as he could have prepared his team for this game, as much as he could have prepared them for the recent fixture against Paris FC as well, will have known the kind of quality, the kind of experience that his team were up against. They are at home against Saint-Etienne next. Le Havre. Paris Saint-Germain away against Nantes. That is their next league game. Gayoro already on the score sheet. Say has it for Le Havre. Eventually goes back to Ligue. Offside flag is raised. Dudek will take. Maybe decision about another change by the team trailing by 3-0. No PSG player up in that part of the pitch. 4 minutes left before full time. Another win for Paris Saint-Germain is what we're heading for. Another defeat for Le Havre. It will be PSG who sit top of the table. Havre who dropped to the bottom of Arkema Premier League when the full-time whistle blows. I want to keep a clean sheet now, the home side. So well offside there. And a chance for 2 more changes to be made. Demia comes off. Le Dauphine comes on. A first appearance for her. For Le Havre. So just getting a few minutes. Liane Le Dauphine at the end of this game. Just getting a bit of experience. And Katoto coming off for Paris Saint-Germain. Traoré, who comes on for her. Not on the score sheets in this match, but did have a really good chance or two. 18-year-old Traoré making an appearance off the bench with a couple of minutes left to play. And La Boukhari also seeing confirmation that she has come off onto, rather, number 36 for Le Havre. 16-year-olds. French under-16 international. Gets a touch now. Will they end this with a goal to celebrate? Paris Saint-Germain had other ideas. Maybe Gilbert. Not too long before that board will go up to let us know how much more time there is to go. A tug on the shirt of Gayoro by Gavori. And that board might well show 3 or 4 minutes, 2 goals in this second half. The changes that have been made by either side. The Limby Gilbert to Groinen. Quickly dealt with by the Laguilly in the Le Havre side. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, that was a great chance for Traoré. I think the flag certainly raised as she touched that wide. No doubt that she was offside. Player who is not long on the pitch, having come off the bench.
Des motifs de satisfaction pour Fabrice Adriel. Il y aura aussi des choses encore à revoir, à travailler. Mais la rédemption après cette grosse désillusion en Ligue des Champions passera par là, par des victoires, même face à des adversaires qui arrivent à devoir de toute façon être quasi.
Quick pass. Fazer. Now comes down to Groinen. Groinen forwards. Pass aimed at Kashawi. Zamora's forwards. This is a chance for Traoré. But again, she's offside. Well, that looked closer. It was, but no doubt that she was still behind the last defender. Le Havre might want this full-time whistle to go before they concede another goal in this game. Delmadar again cool in the Paris Saint-Germain defence. With Traoré, been offside a couple of times since coming on. But not too long to go before she'll be celebrating a win for her team. And that's it. The full-time whistle goes, and it is 3 wins out of 3 for Paris Saint-Germain. It is another defeat for Le Havre, who have now conceded 12 goals in the league this season without scoring one of their own. Paris Saint-Germain, having played first, will move to the top of the table this evening. Goal in the first half from De Almeida, Gayoro and Lugta, with a couple in the space of 3 minutes in the second. And it is Paris Saint-Germain who win against Le Havre by 3-0.
The UEFA Women's Champions League is back. Here we go. Shot from Baines! What a strike that is!
What a player! What a moment!
Real quality within this 11.
He's off and running already, Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, it's wonderful! Mitrovic! He's done it again!
By bringing the best players on the planet, it gets people more involved in the game. Onze Burke, Irina Sabalenka coming here to Saudi to play. Two women going head-to-head in this arena, making history. And then you have Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. Be able to have the greatest of all time, the #1 player on the planet, against the guy who's #2 in the world, who's been the youngest ever world #1.
A love for the game of tennis makes me give my 100%.
I've been waiting for tennis to come to Saudi, and it's really exciting, especially for female. I think it is very important for us. Definitely, we'll give it all.
Have these greats in the game playing head-to-head is really special. You couldn't ask much more for this competition.
When the cat's got the cream, does the hunger die, or does the hunt for the next victim intensify? But tread carefully now, for an injured wolf is at its most lethal.
Do not write me off. It's just another name on my record. World title next. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Stand on business.
Stand on Business, live on DAZN.